goes live.
Can't stand it, I can't take it anymore, not anymore. No one said that this would get easy. No one said this wouldn't get hard. Brush it off and hold up your sleeves now. It's a shot in the dark till you get what you want.
Boom, welcome on back to the Spike College Football Show, episode 11, week 10 for the 2022 season. What's going on? I'm your boy, Johnny B. Spike Johnny B. Put some respect on the name. 53, 29, and 1 for the year on my gambling picks. I am still the world's best gambler, your baby mama's favorite bookie, your wifey's favorite gambler, your fucking girlfriend's favorite blogger. I'm back. I'm better than ever. Guys, we got a lot to talk about. Lots of games happened this week. Lots of games going to happen this week. I got my picks ready for this week. Let's hit it. It's only me and Tyler today. So, Tyler, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, there's a lot of news. Rankings came out. We got a lot of shit to cover. It's been a good day.
Listen, I like rankings. Rankings are fun. They give you something to talk about. Helps us give us something to talk about. Do they really mean anything right now? Absolutely not. These rankings don't mean shit except for us to run our mouths and talk shit on Twitter, which I love.
Especially with how egregious they kind of were. I mean, you put a one loss Alabama at 6. Let's start there first off. Fuck.
I don't agree with that, but I do believe that they are better than TCU and Oregon. So you know what? I think they should have been put at 5 because I think they're better than fucking Michigan too. But you know that my take on Michigan is not very good.
Well, I agree with you, especially after kicking 5 field goals against little brother and still winning the game when they said, hey, we're going to throttle you. We're not going to let off the gas, J.J. McCarthy said.
But before we go into the rankings, before we dive into this, because we're going to dive into this because we're not doing a draft today. There's only 2 of us. So what we're going to do is we'll dive into the rankings in a minute. Let's talk about the week that was before we do the week that is and then the week that is right now. So what do you want to go over the week? Anything surprise you in the last week?
Man, like Wake Forest?
Wake Forest
ACC
was a shock.
as a whole collective?
So the Wake Forest game was weird. You knew it was going to be weird with that line, and we talked about that on Units Only Up. The line was a little fucking weird.
Yeah,
and
extremely.
I don't know what happened. They just decided to have the game where they just blew up. So, I mean,
like,
it happened.
I get Malik Cunningham's playmaker, dynamic in nature.
It wasn't.
But you gotta get props that secondary. That secondary played lights out football.
The secondary, but the reason
Jesus
the secondary
Christ.
played so damn well, their pass rush for Louisville was in Sam Hartman's grill. They got to know each other real fucking well.
Mm-hmm.
My bets were. I actually went 10-3-1 last week, so my bets hit fucking amazingly. I did lose money on the Louisville game, which is one of the only games that we lost on. But I did go 10-3-1 on those, so I'm slaying this year. Slaying.
Went 5 for 9. Of course, Nebraska. My picks for this show fucked me, but all my Units picks hit.
That's what we need. The Units pick. Go check us out. I'll be recording tomorrow. I'll have everything tomorrow out for Units. Sorry guys, been a little crazy, baby. Rob's not here. JC's in Colorado hunting. Rob's moving. He's on 3 hours of sleep. Me and the wife have maybe gone like 7 hours of sleep total in the last 3 days. Everybody's crazy busy, but we're here. We're here to talk football. Tennessee dominated Will Levis, made him look like a bitch. Like I said, this is gonna be my little moment right now, Tyler. Give me a little. I'm gonna go on my diatribe.
Hold
told
on.
you, dumb motherfucking hillbilly fucking. Oh, you want me to? Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Go for it, bud.
Listen, Kentucky fans. You stupid, inbred, hillbilly, cousin fucking blue-skinned fucking idiots. I told you that Will Levis was not a good quarterback. I said you had a great running game, a great defense, which you do. But look, he's not a first-round pick. He's not good versus SEC competition. Look at the numbers. Stop looking at his completion percentage against Western Kentucky and Akron. Look at his numbers against the SEC. Okay? Okay, guys? Okay, little fellas? 98 yards. and 3 interceptions. This is my new motto with Will Levis. He completes slants, screens, and interceptions. That's all he completes. He doesn't do anything else. He's not a good quarterback. He's not a first-round pick. Okay? There's my little soapbox. You're welcome. I've been telling you this since September. You dumb, hillbilly, inbred fucks. I just like being right, Tyler. I couldn't have been more right about him.
Yeah, 100%. Not a potential. I don't think he's going to be. He's not going to have any interest in the next level. Jesus Christ! After that performance,
we're not here to talk about him. Fuck him. He's not good. His team is pretty good. Sucks for them because Kentucky actually has a good defense and a great running game. But Hendon Hooker, Heisman, Jalen Hyatt, Biletnikoff, Tennessee is balling. Georgia did what they had to do against Florida. Listen, I'm gonna break a little units real quick. Georgia's beating Tennessee by more than 8. I'm telling you that right now.
Yes, 100%.
I've been on.
You know
I've been
Kirby
on
Smart
Tennessee all year. I've been on Tennessee all year. I've been a fan, and I tell you week by week how it is. I don't go any farther than that. I tell you the week by week. And I've been on Hendon Hooker, and I think he's great. I don't think he loses them this game. Don't get me wrong. I think he has a great game. Probably a pick. I'm gonna say 3 touchdowns and a pick. Probably. But hear me out. Georgia just got disrespected in the rankings. They haven't really played anybody since Oregon. They're kind of just milling around, and they're still an 8-point favorite to a team that has beaten Alabama, to a team that's beaten Kentucky. And guess what, boys and girls? This is Tennessee's first road game. And I like Tennessee, and I hope I'm wrong. So you want to know what I did on Units Only Go Up? I bet -8 Georgia, and I hammered the money line Tennessee. I middled myself because
yes, you did.
I think it's either a blowout or Tennessee wins. I don't think Tennessee keeps within a number though, and loses. No way.
That's smart play. I wholeheartedly agree with you because I was going to do the same thing.
I just don't. Listen, Kirby Smart is going to use this as motivate. Like, this couldn't have happened. Now I'm going to say, if Georgia was finished ahead of Tennessee, it might have been a little different story. But this is just more bulletin board. Everybody's like, oh, and they just lost their defensive end for the year. But it's Georgia. They retool, they regroup. And you prove me wrong. I will admit it. I don't want to go at war with Tennessee fans. I've been on Tennessee all year. I have been picking Tennessee all year long.
Yes, you have.
This is a different story. This is Georgia. This is in between the hedges. It's in Athens. I don't know. That's my thought on the game coming this week.
I wholeheartedly agree, and I think it's going to be an interesting test for Tennessee because they're like you stipulated, they're not at home. It's a road test against who was the number 1 team in the nation, and like you even said, Kirby Smart is either late tonight sending out an email or tomorrow sometime during the day having the talk of like, this fucking playoff committee is disrespecting the fuck out of you. Let's go prove them wrong. That's going to motivate the fuck up.
And just on that same level, real quick, move on from that game. We'll go to the other SEC game. Alabama's going to fucking curb stomp LSU.
Yes.
Curb stomp them. Saban with 1 loss. He has 7 national championships. 5 of them, they had a loss.
Yep.
You don't beat Saban and him not come back. I don't care who's playing. And this is the year that he has a quarterback that can carry them to anything. And Nick Saban with 1 loss is a bad man. You don't want to fucking play him. Everybody thinks LSU could. This is going to be there's a reason why this isn't the CBS game. This is going to be a shit kicking. There's no chance that LSU covers, and there's no chance LSU wins. They have 0 chance.
100%. Because it's Nick Saban's using it as the same thing, even though he got favorable amount in this recent ranking. But it's still going to be a pumping. And he's written down and they've game planned every single exploit of LSU, both offensive and defense and special teams, because their special teams ain't great either.
I really think this might get ugly real quick.
Brian Kelly's going to turn red about third quarter, bud. It's going to be that bad.
Yep. Speaking of Brian Kelly, you want to know what's a low-key, really big matchup for the playoff, but really not a big matchup overall? How is Clemson only a 3-point favorite over Notre Dame? Think about how Notre Dame can affect the playoff. If they win this game, I'm a Notre Dame fan. Have it on. Very, very, very non-biased, though. They could knock off Clemson, and then they could knock off USC and just ruin everybody's playoffs. People don't realize Notre Dame is not a good team, but they could just throw wrenches into this playoff system. And how is Clemson only a 3-point favorite versus Notre Dame is not a good football team.
Well,
but they have beaten ACC competition the last 24 games. They're 24-0 against the ACC in the last. I don't know. I don't see them winning, but I just thought that was a close line that I'm a little wary about.
If anything, I think Vegas is attuned to what happened last week against Syracuse. The thrashing y'all gave them.
They beat the living piss out of them, and Clemson did struggle.
And, Clemson's still struggling with an offensive identity, even though sometimes DJ Uiagalelei can somewhat figure it out sometimes.
Another great game, 7:00 game, Texas, Kansas State. Well, who's going to play? Is Howard going to play? Is Martinez going to play? Kansas State beat the fucking piss out of Oklahoma State. By the way, Oklahoma State fans, you dumb fucking inbreds. I told you the same thing I told Kentucky fans. I don't know why you guys don't listen to me. You're not a good football team. Mike Gunny doesn't win big games. Not even saying that was a big game, but that's the kind of spot that he always loses. He doesn't win that game. And he got his ass beat. Deuce Vaughn is loose. I always said Texas was back, and I think Kansas State beats them.
Oh, I do too. Hands down.
They're the underdog here. I don't understand how they are. But maybe coming off the big win. I don't know. But that K-State, I bet you that's probably the best game out of those three, though. Out of the three ranked games, I think those are the biggest ones. The best game.
I guess they're giving credit points to Bijan Robinson to maybe establish the run, even though that's what Kansas State really does do is shut down the run right away.
Yeah. Do you have any big upset games this week?
Upsets. Going into the Pac-12, it's a game that really scares me because I'm thinking about taking it for a personal pick. Washington versus Oregon State. Washington's 9-1 against Oregon State, but Oregon State seems to establish somewhat of a decent run game, which is very atypical of the Pac-12, and I could see them easily play spoiler. That's
I'm
what I'm
staying away
scared
from that
of.
game because I like Oregon State, and I'm staying away from that game. It terrifies me. My upset that'll be on Units Only Go Up is salute the troops. JC, this one's for you. I love Army over Air Force. Army over Air Force, and the game is in Texas. The game is in Dallas.
Damn. It don't get much better than that.
For the Commander-in-Chief trophy. I love that game.
Wonder if the Commander-in-Chief
We've covered all the big games. We talked about that. Michigan's playing nobody. They're playing Michigan's schedule is a fucking joke.
Can we revisit like that game? I have a rant about that because that really sincerely pissed me off. Because the fucking we got chirped in the thing. You texted me when we were recording the anomalies. We're going to battle, and somebody kept harping about how JJ McCarthy has such a great fucking passer rating, and his passes
he has a
are
good
the most
completion percentage. He does.
His completion percentage is like, Jesus fuck. Couldn't convert if we go 9 for 16 and third down, and you go 15 or 25 for granted 179 yards, but you still kick 5 fucking field goals and you call that a throttling?
Against Michigan State.
Give me a break. Like, that's fucking
Let me tell you
pathetic.
something about Michigan. Listen, I was just at war again with the Twitter. Casey Smith from Unnecessary Roughness, great girl, beautiful girl. She's a fucking idiot. She's a Michigan dick rider for whatever reason. And I respect her most of the time, but she's a fucking moron, just like Joel Klatt's a moron. They're on Michigan's dick because they can run the ball. Great. When you have to play a team that scores a lot and a team that can shut down the run, which every good team in the top 25, which Michigan wouldn't know because they've never played one, can stop the run and throw the ball. They're not playing Iowa every week. They're not playing Indiana. They're not playing Michigan State. Not playing UConn, which UConn might be their second best win, which is why we're having this conversation. But JJ McCarthy cannot. He can throw the ball, completion percentage, slants, screens. Yes, he can't throw you to win a game. What I mean to throw you to win a game is when you get off track and it's 3rd and 9 because the running game is not working. He's not going to complete 2 different 3rd and 9s on the same drive. He's not. He might get a screen to go, but he's not going to throw a levels combination route and hit the wide open guy. He's not going to do it. He can't do it. That's not what he does. So when you get shut down in the passing game, you can't win that way. They can't throw the ball to win. If they get behind, they will lose.
And here's the thing that I think a lot of people overlook about the little brother, big brother game that just happened. Michigan State stopped the run. Blake Corum only had 1 touchdown.
Which is why I'm saying if they played a good team, because Michigan State is not good. If that was Purdue's offense that they played, or if that was Purdue's not even a good team. I'm just trying to think of a not terrible Big Ten team. If that was Michigan's offense or Maryland's offense, you can't be. I'm sorry, everybody's bashing Clemson because they're not. Clemson would have fucking won that game 42-17. Alabama would have won that game 56-13. TCU would have won that game 45-20. Oregon would have won that game 45-20. USC would have won that game 45-20. Tennessee 63-13. Ohio State 48-30. 48-25. You're not a good team, Michigan. You can't throw the ball. You can't just ground and pound and win. Yes, you beat Ohio State last year that way. Great. Then you played a real good team, and Georgia literally took your will. You don't belong in the playoff when you can't throw the ball. I'm sorry. You don't. This isn't 1970s or 80s anymore. You have to be able to throw the ball.
Yeah. Like Josh Heupel, Hendon Hooker, and Jaden Hyatt are making a clown show running a West Coast offense in the SEC. A clown
fucking
show.
Unbelievable. And you know what? And they can run the ball a little bit too.
Yeah. Hands down.
And I'm not trying to bash on these quarterbacks. Like, I think JJ's a better quarterback than Will Levis. I'll say that. But he can't throw you to win. We're looking at the rankings right now. Tennessee can throw to win. Ohio State can throw to win. Georgia can throw to win. Clemson, when DJ's on, can throw to win. Alabama can throw to win. Max Duggan can throw to win. Bo Nix can throw to win. USC can throw to win. I don't know about Daniels at LSU. Ole Miss can't throw to win. We saw that the other week. Ole Miss or UCLA can throw to win. Adrian Martinez or Howard can throw to win. Utah can throw to win. Penn State can't throw to win. Illinois, I love them, but they can't throw to win. North Carolina can throw to win. Oklahoma State can't throw to win. And then the last one, I guess, is Wake. I think North Carolina could be the team that surprises everybody and makes the playoffs at the lowest seed, right, at 17, if they win out. I just wanted to throw that in there. But you need to be able to throw to win to be able to make the playoffs. Because when you get to the playoffs, you will get embarrassed. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Why do we always get blown out in the playoffs? We have a great defense. We can run the ball. We can't throw every year.
Right.
Yes, you can make the playoffs. Congratulations on your fucking participation trophy. You can't win a playoff game if you can't throw the ball.
Yeah. Like, I think if you guys don't play spoiler against Clemson, I think UNC does the championship game to play spoiler.
And you know what? An 11-1 ACC champion whose only loss is going to be to maybe a 9-3, 8-4 Notre Dame team that's beaten a lot of good, decent teams under a first-year coach. That's not that bad of a loss.
Nope.
It's not a great
lot
loss.
better.
Notre Dame could be ranked in the top 25 by the end of the year. They can make the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, you're sitting a lot better than anybody in the Pac-12, that's for sure.
I mean, another low team that could do it is, if Illinois just goes and beats, first of all, if they go and beat Michigan during the regular season, I'm going to cry because I fucking hate Michigan. And then they go and beat Ohio State, I would love it. I love Illinois. Like I said, if they somehow win the Big Ten with one loss and make the playoff, they're going to get their shit beat because I just said what I said. I'll be rooting for them. I'll be buying Illinois. I'll be buying Juice Williams shirts from fucking 2006. I don't care. I that's awesome. But they can't. They're not going to win it, but you have to be able to throw the ball to win a playoff game. You have to. Sorry. It's 2022 college football. Michigan proved last year. And their team last year was better.
Yeah.
They got their ass destroyed by Georgia. So that's my Michigan take.
I just wanted to call that out. Call that bullshit out. Because it's exactly that. Bullshit.
Rob just texted me his picks of the week. His lock is UConn over UMass. And his upset is Coastal over App State. Coastal over App State is his upset. I like that.
I love those. Those are fucking dope.
Yeah, my phone's off, so I haven't been able to.
Do you want to go? My phone's over there at the charger, and like.
So what are we going to next, Tyler? Do you want to talk more about the playoff rankings itself? See, and Michigan can't be mad right now that they're not in the top 4 because Michigan, Ohio State. Listen, Michigan and Ohio State are playing each other. They'll wash out. Tennessee and Georgia will wash out. The only team that could be in and just stay in with nothing happening is Clemson. And Michigan can still make it. TCU, I think, even if they win out, they need a lot of help.
I think if Georgia wins this week and Clemson somehow loses, I think, and TCU runs the table, I think that's how they get it.
If Tennessee loses,
and if Clemson
wins, and Clemson loses, so then you'll have Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, TCU.
Yeah.
They'll jump Alabama, even if Alabama beats a top 10 LSU team. On the road.
That's what the wild card of the championship weekend, because they could hand Nick Saban the second loss, whoever emerges out of the East, which will probably be Georgia.
My thing is, there ain't no chance in hell that Tennessee and Georgia can't go undefeated. Ohio State and Michigan can't go undefeated. Clemson, TCU are definitely going to lose a game. Like, maybe not so much, but TCU is definitely going to lose a game.
Have you looked at the remaining schedule?
They have Texas. I told you the horseshoe up the ass thing. I don't believe in TCU. I don't understand why they think they're so good. They've beaten backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, but they thrashed starting quarterbacks to get them to the backup quarterbacks for a month straight. And that's what makes it look impressive.
No, you want to know who fucked it up is the fucking moron in Stillwater who was up 17 in the third quarter.
Yeah. I bet that game.
And you want to know why I don't want TCU? You want to know why I don't want TCU in? They can't compete with these other programs. I'm sorry. They can't. They're not going to beat Tennessee. They're not going to beat Georgia. They're not going to beat Alabama. They're not going to beat fucking Ohio State. Know who they could beat? They could beat Michigan.
Yeah. I just think, I mean, don't get me wrong, Baylor and Iowa State will be kind of a test, but I could also see them their defense thrashing their starting quarterbacks. And
I need Quinn Ewers to drop his nuts on the field in 2 weeks. That's what I need.
I mean, I don't get the hype that everybody places around Quinn Ewers, Bijan Robinson, and a 5-3 Texas team.
Listen,
they should
some
be
moron
that.
from a site that I might, whatever. Some guy I saw from some site wrote it's 5 Heisman, and somehow he still had Sean Tucker and Bijan Robinson in his top 5. And, well, he's a fucking idiot. Bijan Robinson is a great running back. He's not a Heisman contender. And
No.
Texas isn't going to win with him running the ball. They need Ewers to be Ewers.
Yep. I just think
I can't believe they have
Texas
Texas ranked. I can't believe they have Texas ranked.
I think it's just over. I think it's overhype.
Well, the reason that they have certain teams ranked, I'm sorry, dude. Penn State is not a good team.
Nope.
They're 15th. Why? Because they got their ass kicked to 2 teams that are okay.
I don't get that. I don't get
The
it
only
either.
reason that they're ranked 15 is that so they can prop up the Ohio State and Michigan rankings.
As long as they're still in there, that's exactly what it's used for.
I mean, dude, they've beaten Purdue, Ohio, Auburn, Central Michigan, Northwestern by 10, and Minnesota.
Jesus.
What's their best win? Purdue?
Oh, a lot of people in the SEC will say Auburn.
No, I mean, that's just Auburn. Thank God. Thank God Auburn did the right thing and fired their fucking coach.
Prestige,
Anyway,
my
sorry about that.
ass.
Yeah, so thank God they did the right thing and fired it. But Penn State doesn't have a good win. You want to know what? Look at USC's schedule. Right now, I mean, they will have a good win if they win out. USC does not have a good win. I don't
Nope.
understand how USC is ranked over UCLA when UCLA has a win over Utah.
That's exactly what Bear said during the fucking rankings unveilings. He's all like, it makes zero fucking sense that
I didn't
UCLA.
even watch the unveiling, so I didn't see it.
He goes, it makes zero sense that UCLA is ranked so far behind USC. It should be the other way around.
They beat the team that they lost to.
Yeah.
And USC's best win is what? Oregon State?
Yep.
And Ole Miss being ranked in the top 11. Who have they beaten? Kentucky?
Kentucky and A&M.
A&M? Oregon doesn't have Oregon has a UCLA win. TCU doesn't have they have a lot of good wins. They don't have a great win. They have a lot of top 40 team wins.
But like the thing that fucks Oregon is even if they run the table, win out on their games, win against, which will probably be USC in the championship game, and they somehow make it in the top 4, they have a horrible loss to Georgia.
But we can overlook that because remember, first game, first coach, first game, first quarterback, first game on the road pretty much in Atlanta. I can overlook that.
But the
I believe
committee
teams
is
do get better.
committee's saying no. Like I feel they're a bit more resume based this year with their 4 new members.
I'm trying to think of another team that I think is overrated. Syracuse is overrated. NC State does not belong in this. NC State can't throw it. They almost lost to Virginia Tech. Tech.
Yeah, like the ACC teams that are ranked in the teens and aughts just don't belong there.
Wake Forest does. Because they had a bad game. I can mistake a bad game. That happens.
I feel that's a dumpster fire. Like when you lose 48-0.
They didn't lose 48-0. Wake Forest scored.
Okay, they scored once. I
I
tuned
think they
out.
scored like 14 points.
I tuned out when it was like when they got into the 40s. I was like, well, this bet's fucked.
They lost 48-21. It wasn't as bad as it. I mean, it was bad, but. And the best group of 5 team is still ranked at 19-20, which is good for Kansas State, is Tulane.
Yep.
Tulane, the best group of 5 team, probably going to make the group of 5 New Year's Eve bid. I can't believe Oklahoma State's still ranked. Utah, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, these rankings don't really mean shit, guys. Next week,
Right.
we'll do the same thing, and it'll be different fucking teams. Tennessee or Georgia will drop out. I mean, that's just going to happen regardless. They're going to drop out. And if it's a close game, either way, they'll drop to like 7. Right? You don't see them drop more than to 8, right?
No, yeah. But
if
like
it's close.
this still is like the SEC championship. It's like a de facto one. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Which is why people make fun of the SEC for always being on top. But listen, the top of the SEC is always good. Like, they're always good. But there's usually more. Unlike the Big Ten, though, there's always more than 2 teams. The Big Ten has their 2 teams, and that's it. And really, it's only 1 team because Michigan's not that good. Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, and Ole Miss could all win the SEC. There's only 1 team, 2 teams that can win the Big Ten. There's only 2 teams that can win the Big 12, 3 teams that can win the Pac-12, 2 teams that can win the ACC. There's 5 in the SEC. That's why I think they get a little more weight on there.
Also, they don't have the Pac-12 and the Big 12 don't cannibalize themselves when they have the 2 best records go at it, which is one of the downfall of the round robin play.
Exactly. Well, listen, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up, Tyler, because we're not doing our draft tonight. We already talked about the playoff. I would like to try units only. Would you like to try units only go up tomorrow?
Okay.
Would you like to try it the live version?
Okay.
And we can do a live version. I will send you graphics so that when I say graphic, maybe you can pump them up for me. I'll send them to you. And we can do a stupid little live show about units only go up tomorrow. I think that would be fun.
Don't you think we should do our picks for record keeping purposes, or just let Rob survive with his?
JC's picking Army with me too. My underdog is Army, and I am going to take. What am I going to take as my favorite? I'm taking Kentucky over Missouri. Come on, Will Levis. Come on, first round.
Oh, we lost your sound, bud. Fuck. Oh, that's no good. Well, I guess I can do mine. You want me to do mine? Just nod. Can you even hear me? You're muted. He disappeared. Gotta love Johnny B. Let's see here. Oh.
I'm back. Sorry, buddy. I'm back. My headphones ran out of juice.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, my headphones ran out of juice there. So what were you saying?
I was going to. You were saying something.
Oh, I was just saying.
I don't remember
my
what
pick
you
was
were
Kentucky. I was saying Kentucky and Army is my pick.
Okay. I'm going. My lock is Oregon over Cal, and then my upset. Because I haven't taken them yet. I'm taking Tennessee for the easy points.
Thank God you're not Rob and putting a jinx on it. I hope Tennessee wins. I hope you're right. Listen, so tomorrow we will do unity.
Counterintuitive that, but
Tomorrow we will give you all of our picks versus the spread. Tyler, I have 15 plays this week on units only go up tomorrow. 15.
I think I'm going 9. Double check and count, but I'm pretty sure I'm going like 9, 8. Like that.
I like that. But thank you guys for listening. We're a little bit of a shorter show because we only had 2 of us. But listen, I am Spike Johnny B. I am your wifey's favorite gambler, your baby mama's favorite bookie, and your girlfriend's favorite blogger. Find me on Gridiron Heroics. I am literally the best gambler. That's my record, guys. That record right there is 64%. Look at all those plays. Look at the plays. Look at them. I am the best gambler on the internet. There's the title of the fucking show. Join me and Tyler tomorrow. We will kill it. Big shout out to Cosmic Dino Designs for Rob, Outback Buckshot for JC. Tyler, take it away.
The network over there, over above Johnny's shoulder, Iron Ostrich Network. We got that. It just came out today since we took a week off, and then a realization put out an episode about her, what she does for care. Off the rails with Tone and Gems. We got this. We're gonna have them when the time comes. So go ahead, Iron Ostrich Network, Twitter, and go like and subscribe to all them feeds.
Like and subscribe so we can get money. Like and subscribe. Tyler, as always.
Like it?
Ready? Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Keep it spiked, bitches.
Taking a sweet time in. Keep it sweet.